Hello, Joti. Hello. Thanks for coming in. I'm very happy to have you
Hello,
here. Mhm,
thank you very much having me chat.
mhm.
I'm very glad to talk to you. How
Thank
are
you.
you?
I'm great. He- it is our first time we meeting. Please introduce yourself a little.
Okay. uh, I'm a Sri Lankan Buddhist monk actually. Now I live in Milano in Italy. I was become a monk when I was only 11.
Wow.
Now, yes, now it's nearly 27 years as a monk. So I just came to Italy 3 years ago, nearly 3 years ago.
Mhm,
I'm doing my master's degree in clinical psychology here in
mhm.
Italy. Um, what else you need to know about me?
Thank you very much for coming in. Uh, I'm also a Buddhist, but I'm not a monk. I
Yeah,
live
yeah.
in Elista, Kalmykia. It is Republic of Kalmykia. It is a Buddhist region in Europe. Only one Buddhist
Wow.
region in Europe. Yeah, in Elista
Ah,
we have the biggest Buddhist temple. Mhm.
wow.
Yeah, yeah. The biggest Buddhist temple in Europe. In Europe. Hmm.
In Europe.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Hmm. Hmm.
I I have heard that there is a Buddhist village or something in Russia, but maybe that's one you are talking about, right?
Hmm. Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Hmm.
I'm very happy to meet you actually.
Uh-huh. Yeah, me
So
too. Me too. Hmm. That's really honor for me to have you and to get known you. Actually, I have a friend. He lived. Uh, he visited Sri Lanka 2 times, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. His name is Pasha. Just today we were talking together, and so he also knows English. And I'm sure he would be very happy to talk to you too. And uh,
of course,
uh,
we can have a talk together in
yeah, yeah,
on
yeah.
Zoom. Yes.
We will make a schedule, and we will meet together. Mhm. And also,
Yes.
I had a friend. I have a friend. He had been living in Elista in our city. Uh,
Uh-huh.
he was studying in our university, and he is also Sri Lankan man. Mhm.
Wow,
Yeah, yeah.
that's great.
Mhm. His name is Vishwa. Mhm. Mhm. Uh, uh, what? mm, can you tell me about your first steps in Buddhist way? Uh, was it your personal decision to become a monk?
Of course, of course. Actually, in our village, my house is somewhat far away from the city. It's a village.
Mhm.
Um, so there was a monastery very close to our village, uh, where I used to go. There were several young monks. Just they were in the same age,
Mhm.
and I used to go to that monastery, and there is a beautiful river and surrounded by a jungle. So day by day, I grew up a desire to become a monk when I live with them. So I also wanted to be a monk, actually. So I asked from my parents. They didn't allow me to become a monk.
Ah.
But yes, time to time I insist on them to that I wanted to be a monk.
Mhm.
Finally, they agreed with my idea because my family is a big family. I have um, three brothers and three sisters. I am
Wow.
the fifth of the family. Yes, it's a big
Mhm.
one. So so there was not much problem to the family because we have so many members.
Mhm.
Finally, that is not the monastery where I was a monk. There was another monk who lived somewhat away near to Kalambu. And when he come to our village, he also comes to our house as well because he's our relative. Um, so when he comes to our house, I asked him, I also want to become a monk. How can I do that? So
Mhm.
he took me to his temple another day, and I had to learn so many things for 1 year. Um, Disciplines and the verses, the gathas, how to worship Buddha and things like that.
Mhm.
So many things had to learn. So after 1 year, I became a monk.
Mhm. That's great.
That's how
Mhm. I'm
it's a
very.
big process.
Uh-huh. I'm impressed. Mhm. What about how big? Uh, how is it big? This uh, uh, abbey. How is it big? Mo- monastery. Hmm.
Monastery. My temple was not a
Temple.
monastery actually.
Mhm.
Where I was become a monk. That's not a monastery. Monastery is like a temple surrounded by a jungle.
Mm.
It's in our village. That's a monastery. It was covered by a big jungle, about I think 400 acres of a jungle. So it's a bigger
Mm.
one. My temple is not so much bigger. It's a it's about 3 acres. 3 acres. I don't know how to count them by purchase. It's a
Mhm.
I don't know how to how what are the measurements you use in Russia to measure the lands.
Uh, uh,
Acres, acres?
we measure it. Uh, I don't know. Yeah, yeah, acres. Yeah, acres.
Ah,
Rather
okay, then
acres. Acres.
yeah. Mm,
Uh, or
our temple.
let me know about that. I don't know it. Uh, uh, hectare. Uh-huh.
Hectare.
Hectares.
Hectare.
Hectare.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
So
Hectares.
I don't know how to say it in hectares. I know hectares, but we usually it's a bigger land actually. Um,
Uh, if I'm not mistaken, 1 hectare is 100 meters, 200 to 100 meters. Mhm. To 100
uh-huh.
uh, of length and uh, bow and to how to say I forgot.
Okay, it's,
Uh-huh.
never mind. I will let you know.
Width and length. Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
100
Yes, yes.
meters. 100 meters. Mhm.
Okay. I will let you know how much bigger it is later on. I need to search it online on Google or somewhere. I
Mhm.
can't I can't collect I can't count it by my mind. I will. However, it's a bigger land. We have so many dwellings and the pagodas. We have a big pagoda stupa.
Pagoda. Yeah, we have pagoda. We in our city several pagoda, maybe more than 10 pagoda. Yeah. And one pagoda is on the core, on the middle square.
Wow.
Main pagoda.
One day you can show me the temples in your
Yeah.
city.
Yeah, I can show you right now. Let's wait a little.
Do you have pictures?
Yeah, I have pictures, and of course, I can use our
Elista.
yeah, Elista. He is main pagoda.
It's a beautiful one.
Yeah. It is our temple. It is our temple. We call it golden shelter of Buddha Shakyamuni. Yeah. He is it.
Where is that area in Russia?
It is southern part of Russia. Southern part of Russia.
Southern part.
Next to Caspian Sea. Next to Caspian Sea.
I think it's a big city.
Not. It is not big city. It is not big city. Oh, it is not our. It is not our. He is it. Actually, it is not big city. We have 100,000 population. 100,000.
100.
100,000.
100,000 population.
Yeah.
Wow.
Relates to Russia, it is not big city. Because
in compared to other cities, it's not so big, right?
Yeah. It's not so big. It maybe the smallest. How to say? Town. Capital. The smallest capital of republic.
If you want, I will show you. Do you want me to show our Buddha statue in our temple?
Of course.
Okay.
Show
I'll
me.
show you. This is our temple.
Beautiful. Light rooms.
Yes.
Wonderful. Beautiful.
This is Buddha.
Omani Padmahom. Wonderful.
Yes, here it's not so bigger temples here in Italy. Yes, we have no much. This is the Bodhi tree. Do you know the Bodhi tree?
Yeah, I know.
It's almost during the winter. It has no any leaves. Only 3 left here. Three leaves left here. Others have fallen. But after the spring, it's growing and having leaves. Yes. For now, it's like that. Yes. So here in Italy, we have no much things to show. But in Sri Lanka, we have bigger lands in temples and pagodas. This is another statue. Um, yes.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Wow,
Here is
beautiful,
the
beautiful.
dwelling.
Mhm.
Yes, thank you. Here are the dwellings. Yeah, we live. Um, uh, Here we live three monks
Mhm.
in this temple,
Mhm.
uh, including me.
Mhm. How many people are interested to Buddhism uh,
Uh,
in Italy?
around Milano,
Mhm.
I think um there are uh, 20 people, nearly 20 people, and they all Sri Lankan, are Buddhist. Yes, there are five temples in Milan,
Mhm.
five Buddhist temples, five Sri Lankan Buddhist temples actually in
Mhm.
Milano. Mm, and also there are Italian Buddhist people as well. In every Tuesday, there is a meditation program for Italian people.
Mhm.
Um, yes, it's growing up. Many people who you know currently many people don't go to the church, even though they are Catholic from birth. They
Mhm.
are not much going to churches. I don't know. However, there are many of Italian people interested in Buddhism, and they
Mhm.
like to know. Some people learning Pali language as well to read the Dhamma. You know, the pure Dhamma is in Pali language, so they are
Mhm.
learning Pali language to read Tripitaka
Mhm.
Dhamma.
Mhm.
So yes, there are mm, many people interested in Buddhism here in
It
Italy.
becomes popular. Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yes.
Uh,
What they want is to meditate actually to have the peace or calmness in mind. They interested in doing meditation.
mm,
Yes.
mhm. Not so far uh, back, some group of tourists come came to to our city, and they visited all Buddhist places in Russia,
Ah,
and so from Europe, and so there were people from France, Italy, from Germany, from Czech Republic, from Poland, and a lot of people, and I don't know, maybe more than about 50 people, and um, I met them, and talked to them. They were interested about Buddhism, and uh, they were very
yes.
happy to visit our city. And I hope maybe someday you will come here.
Of course. One of my dream destination is Russia. One day I will, I come to Russia to visit there, and we can meet. I think. Are there how many monks are there in your village in that city in that Buddhist city?
Monks?
Yes. How
No,
many monks?
a lot. Actually, I didn't count them, but a lot,
Uh-huh.
a lot. Mhm. We have
Uh-huh.
we have three Buddhist temple in our city. Mhm.
Hmm.
Three
Three
Buddhist temple.
Buddhist. Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Uh.
And so uh,
In
they have kind of m- um, monastery. Uh-huh. Mm.
monasteries, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Monastery, yeah, kind of monastery, but not uh, not big monastery. Mhm. And
Mm.
uh, usually they comes here mm, from Buryatia and from Tibet. From Tibet.
Tibet. Uh-huh.
From Tibet.
Are they all Tibetan temples or Mongolian temples
Uh,
as well?
uh, uh, Tibetan temple monks, Tibetan monks and uh, Mongolian are here, but mm, previously is our mhm, Kalmyk
Kalmyk.
monks.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. Mhm.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I also wanted to tell you there are about 10 Italian monks as well. 10 Italian monks in
Uh,
all around in Italy.
mhm,
10 people, 10 Italian monks are there.
mhm,
In Italy, I think there are about 25 Sri Lankan monks.
mhm,
Uh, and nearly 15 temples, Sri Lankan temples around Italy, here in Milan and Rome, Firenze, Siracusa, Sicilia.
mhm,
They are the islands in Italy. Also have temples. Yes, not too much, but there are some. It's already growing.
mhm,
Buddhism is growing here. Yes,
mhm,
and yes, there are no problems with Catholic and Buddhist people. Even the people from Sri Lanka living in Italy, most of them are Catholic because one significant part of Sri Lanka is famous for Italian people. That's mean the coastal area.
mhm,
Uh, they are coming sometimes illegally to Italy. So we call that area is Little Italy in Sri
mhm,
Lanka because many every families have even one member who is living in Italy.
mhm,
That's why we call it Little Italy. So so that part in that part many people are Catholics. So
mhm,
so in Milan also many people from Sri Lanka are Catholic, but they we have no difference. They are coming to temples, and Buddhist people also going to churches, and we do kind of national ceremonies together and
mhm,
everything like that. There is no
mhm,
problem
mhm.
with religions. Yes.
What about interaction? How do you connect with Italian? Do you know Italian language?
Little bit. I had no much time to learn the language, but it is necessary to learn the language. Otherwise, it's not easy to live in Italy.
Mhm,
Um, because of my degree course, I have to work for my studies. So after finishing my degree this year, I need to start learning Italian language. But already I speak a little bit, some words and little sentences and things like
mhm,
that. Not much. But other monks are speaking Italian language.
mhm,
Mm, uh, there, we have a monk. He's living. He's being living here for nearly 10 years, so he speaks Italian very well.
mhm,
And he is conducting meditation programs. And some Italian people speak English. Then I talk to them like that.
mhm,
However, mm, Yes, however, we can communicate, and also when we interact with Italian people, there are some Sri Lankan people who speaks Italian well, so we can translate through them. Yeah.
Yeah, uh, I would say that sometimes ago, several years ago, mm, not only, always, my wishes was to learn Italian, and from all languages in the world, I was very eager to know Italian because it is really um, emotional language.
Of
Yeah,
course.
and I
Yes.
like it so much. maybe maybe
Hmm.
in future I will learn Italian. uh It is
Yes, it's the music of the
beautiful.
language is very nice, and yes, and also maybe you know that they use body language as well. They always use their hands and their eyes, facial expressions to express the emotions or ideas.
Mhm,
And when we look at their conversations, they are very interesting actually. Yes, and
Exactly,
their language
exactly.
also
Uh-huh.
beautiful.
Uh,
Hmm. Do you
just
know
just for example,
Spanish?
just for example, uh, recently I have been talking with two friends, with Jorgen, he is Swedish man, and Rita Greco, she is Italian, and I saw the difference how mm, of their talking. Jorgen was sitting without moving, just I saw his lips moving and jaw moving, and when he talked, but Rita always talking uh, with hands,
And
with her expression, with her
of
smile,
course,
with your uh, that's
yeah, that's how
yeah,
they
yeah.
communicate with people.
They
Yes,
how
that's right.
different characters of languages, characters of uh, people, and so yeah.
Of course. So I completely agree with you. They are like that, and their language is also so beautiful. I told you that. Do you speak Spanish language?
Oh,
Spanish?
not
Spanish?
actually, not actually, not. Of
Ah, they are going together. Italian people can understand, even though they don't learn Spanish. They can understand the language, and also
mhm,
I think Spanish people also can easily understand Italian. So
mhm,
the two languages are going together always.
mhm.
I think
Interesting,
so. The people say so.
interesting.
Yeah.
Mhm.
How, how many languages do you speak?
Oh, uh, not many. I know just English and Ukrainian a little. Mhm.
Ukrainian. Ah,
Ukrainian a little. Mhm. And I'm learning my mother language because to to my shame, I don't know my mother language, and it is always frustrated in me. And um, I am learning my mother language.
uh-huh.
Mhm.
You are still learning that.
Yeah, I'm still learning. Mhm.
Ah,
I just begin.
don't your people are speaking that language in your area?
Oh,
No.
yeah. Actually, it is a catastrophe situation for our language because politics of Russia to national languages, it is not good. They wanted to destroy. They wanted um, uh, to ban,
Ah,
to forbid
I
our
can.
language, and a lot of languages in Russia of our others of our others republic is in a poor situation. It is catastrophic.
I can understand. I can understand.
But
They don't want to
we try
speak
to
the
fight. We try to fight. We try to keep to save our culture, our language, and mhm,
Of course, of
mhm.
course. So, do you speak Russian as well?
Yeah, I know Russian as mother language. Mhm,
Ah,
yeah, mhm. I
that
know.
that's your mother language, actually, right?
And
Because you were born in.
uh, I I I don't want to say that it is my mother language. I know Russian as mother language. Yes, of course, it is beautiful language. It is very rich language. I like Russian. Um, that's definitely obvious. If you get known Russian, you never will regret about it. You will be very enjoy about it. Russian is very beautiful language. It's also it is really interesting
Yes, it's
to touch into Russia culture, to read Dostoevsky, Nekrasov, and other beautiful Pushkin, of course,
and,
and but
and the literature is also so rich, right? The
yeah,
Russian literature is very
lot
rich. Yeah.
Russia literature, of course, it's really rich. There are a lot of um, different uh,
Famous writers,
writers, famous writers,
mm,
and mhm.
plays,
Yeah,
kind of plays, dramas.
yeah. hmm
Mm.
Exactly, exactly. But we should be care about it. We should to mm, to keep
Care about
our
your mother tongue,
about my
mother
mother
tongue.
tongue.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is
of course, of course.
definitely.
That's our duty to protect them and to give that to the future generation, right?
Exactly, exactly. Yeah, of course,
Of course,
without our language, we are nothing. Uh, it is.
of course, of course. The world is beautiful because of variety of cultures, variety of languages, and variety of people, right?
Mhm.
That is why the world
And
is beautiful.
mm, actually, our language, my national language, is really, re, really ancient, very rich
Ah,
culture. Uh, it
is that
is,
Mongolian
yeah, yeah,
lineage?
kind of Mongolian, kind of Mongolian.
Ah, we had many friends from Mongolia in Sri Lanka.
Oh,
Many
really?
monks actually. They are learning. They were learning in university with us.
hmm
I remembered four of them. During our period, there were four monks from Mongolia learning with us, and they are very very humble and very nice people.
hmm
And also I think many monks from Mongolia are learning in Sri Lanka, living in Sri Lanka. Yes,
hmm
just like you, they are very kind.
Really interesting. Oh, thank you very much. You're also very kind. As it,
Thank you.
uh, mm, your your behavior, your mm, treatment to me, very nice. Thank you. Mhm.
Yes.
And I'm
Yeah, if
happy.
you if you if you want to visit Italy, you can come to Milan, and I will take you to see around that. But it is you will have to spend many days here if you want to cover all the parts in the country, because it's big, not bigger than Italy, Russia.
Wow,
But
really?
we have to travel. Yes, we have to travel long distance to see historical places and other yes the places to visit. Actually, yes,
Oh,
they are
thank you very much.
scattered all around the country. Yes,
Thank you very
so
much.
you can come to, yeah, you can come to Milan and meet me and go together.
Okay. If I took, if I take the trip mhm,
Mm.
to
You-
Milan,
I,
definitely
I,
I will say you. Mhm.
of course. I think to come to Italy from Russia, you have to take the visa, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Because Russia is
it's,
not in
it's
the Union.
yeah. It is necessary. It is necessary.
It is not in the Union, right?
Not,
The
not,
Europe Union.
not,
Mm.
not in union.
Yeah, that's right.
We have to take,
That's
but
right.
people say that it is not a problem mhm, to take visa. Mhm.
Ah. But for us, I think we have to take the visa. I asked
Uh,
from my friend who was with us in the university. I told you about her.
mhm.
I told her. She told me that we have to take the visa to visit Russia.
Mm, mhm. And
Maybe as Russian citizens, you may not want to have the visa to come to Italy. I think so.
uh,
But for me, I'm not an Italian. I am just living here.
mhm.
So I also I ought to have the visa
Mm.
to go
Yeah,
to
I
Russia. Yeah.
understand. It is politic relationship. It is really important to follow the law, mhm, and it is not
How
good.
many countries have you been
Ah,
visited already?
just Ukrainian, just Ukrainian. I have never been in other countries. Mhm. Just
Ah,
Ukrainian. Mhm.
and
Uh,
your motherland is in Mongolia. Haven't you been to Mongolia as well?
oh, actually not, because Mongolia
Oh,
is far away from our place.
but you
Yes,
have to.
yeah, of course. I would like to visit Mongolia because it is my ancient uh, country, ancient
Yeah,
country of my ancestors. Uh-huh.
of course. I think the culture and the weather a little bit same like to Sri Lanka, but in Mongolia, I think you have many mountains in
Oh,
Mongolia.
I know that Mongolia has a different landscape. There are
Mm.
trees, forests, and steep and mountain, and even des- uh, desert. Mhm.
Desert? Do
Desert,
you have
even
desert?
desert. No, yeah. Uh, uh, in my mm, in my republic also has desert. Desert, one desert in Europe. Only one desert in Europe.
Ah,
In
that's
Kalmykia.
interesting.
Kalmykia placed far away from Mongolia. Mhm. It is
Yes,
distance
I know that.
distance between us maybe 5,000 kilometers. It is.
Of course. Mongolia is in Asia. Just
Mhm.
it's near to Sri Lanka, right? You know that.
Oh, not. It's far away from Sri Lanka.
But in the side of India, it's not too far away. Not too far away.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
it's far.
uh-huh, this if relates to
Yeah.
India. Yeah, India is not so. Just
Mm.
through to come through China, to come through China and.
Ah, wanted to ask you that I think I read about Kaumiki tradition in Russia. They have inhibited in Russia so many years ago, right? And also you had to face with so many disasters. Sometimes people wanted to destroy you and things like that. Is that right?
Yeah, it's right. It's right. Uh, uh,
Yes, I have read an article, a paper article about that.
mhm,
Now I remember. Yeah.
mhm, mhm. That's so.
Ah,
Mhm, mhm. It
wow.
is
So
tragedy.
yeah.
It is tragedy of our people, of my nationality. Mhm.
Ah, yes, yes. Tell me about the history of about Kalmyk if you like, if you only like.
Kalmyki originate Ayrati. Ayrat is a tribe of Mongolian. Mhm.
Mm.
They lived in the west of Mongolia, and um, and
Well, how
we
they
we
how
moved. Our ancestors moved uh, to this place
Russia?
where I'm living, um, maybe in uh, seven, 17th century. 17th century, and so we uh,
17th century.
yeah, yeah.
Maybe 300 years ago.
Yeah, a little more. 400 years ago, almost
Uh,
400 years ago.
what's
Huh?
yes?
Sorry.
What's the reason that they had to move into Russia?
Because mm, actually, uh, this place wasn't been Russian. Mhm. It was
Ah,
our our place. We won this place. Um, uh, we conquer this place. It is not. It wasn't Russia. Mhm.
they lately they captured the area, right?
Yeah,
By
yeah.
force.
Lately they captured. They. Uh, it is really difficult mm, to tell
Describe.
you, to describe. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah,
But um, later, uh, Russia occupied our country and destroyed our country. Our country was very big. Of it was similar as Germany by territory. It is really big
Oh.
territory. Yeah, of
Mm.
uh, of Kalmykia, and but later we were mm, under occupation of Russia mm, for a long time until Soviet Union revolution gives us our identification, our republic. Mhm. And
Hmm.
but later they were Stalin mm, wanted to kill people, to kill Kalmyk people, and not only us, and mhm,
Mhm.
a lot of
Yes, yes, I
nationalities.
came to know many of them were killed, right?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. But
Assassinated.
it is, yeah, it is really complicated
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
history.
Okay,
Mhm, mhm,
okay. Thank you very much for that explanation. Because I wanted to clarify the situation. Is that what I have already known about? I think that's what I have known about Kaumikia. Yes,
mhm,
I have read an article about Kaumikian Buddhist people.
mhm,
Maybe you remember yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. No, I told you I have heard kind of Buddhist people in Russia.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I wanted to confirm that that's the people what I was thinking about.
Mm.
I think that's what that's you are talking about.
Yeah, we will talk
Talking to.
later, more clear. Uh-huh. Okay, thank you
I
very
will.
much, Joti.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay. I will also find information on Google. Maybe the story is there, right?
mhm. Okay, yeah, of course, there are. But okay, later we will talk, not only one time. Thank you very much. I don't want to take more time from you, and I know you are very busy. And thank you a lot
Thank you.
for your
Thank you
time.
very much for. Of course, of course. Thank you very much for taking me for a discussion in Zoom. I think we can continue our friendship and we can share our knowledge together and we can improve together
Mhm,
through discussions like this. I am very happy to specially recognize you as a friend because you are kind of we have some kind of relationship because you are Asian and you are Buddhist. From other people, I have much concern about you.
mhm.
So I am very happy to get to know each other. Thank you very much.
Okay, for
You are
me
so
too.
kind.
For me, it's honor. I'm very glad to have you here. Bye bye. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Bye bye. Namo Buddhaya.